The web is built on HTTP, which follows a request response pattern. The client sends a request, the server processes it, the server sends back a response, and then the connection ends. This works perfectly fine for loading web pages, submitting forms, fetching data occasionally. But now, let's think about real time applications. Imagine you are building a live sports score website. Now, the server gets new data every second. It needs to update the client with the new score. But with HTTP, the server cannot send data on its own. This means that the client must send a request and the server will respond. This leads to techniques like polling, where the client sends a request every few seconds. If there is no update, the server responds with no new data, and the client repeats the process. Polling wastes bandwidth because a lot of request response happens to get updates. It increases latency and puts unnecessary load on servers. So the core problem is simple. HTTP works great for a request response, but it is not good for real time communication. This is exactly the problem WebSockets were designed to solve. A WebSocket is a communication protocol that provides a persistent connection that remains open. Full duplex connection, which means the client and server can both send messages at the same time, and low latency data transfer. Think of it like this: HTTP is like sending letters. You send one letter, get a response, and then send another letter. WebSockets are like a phone call. Once the call is connected, both people can talk freely. Even though WebSockets feel very different from HTTP, they start with HTTP. The client sends a normal HTTP request, but with special headers saying, I want to upgrade this connection to WebSocket. This is called an HTTP upgrade request. The server checks, does it support WebSockets? Is the request valid? If yes, it replies with HTTP status code 101 switching protocols. At this moment, HTTP connection is upgraded and HTTP rules no longer apply. The connection becomes a WebSocket connection. Now comes the key difference. The connection stays open. No more request response cycles. Both sides can send data freely. This is what enables real time communication. Data flows as messages, not HTTP responses. Messages can be text like JSON or strings, and binary like images, audio, or custom formats. Either the client or the server can send messages at any time. Because WebSocket connections stay open for a long time, both sides periodically send ping and pong messages. This helps detect broken or dead connections. If one side stops responding, the connection is considered dead. It can be closed cleanly. Ping pong ensures long lived connections don't silently break. When the communication is done, either the client or the server can close the connection. Resources are freed cleanly, no half open or dangling connections remain. This completes the WebSocket lifecycle. WebSocket keeps a persistent two-way connection open, so applications can send updates instantly. That's what makes real-time maps feel alive.